So let me say this. Only thing I'm gonna say is that many times, many times, you like, no, I'm not okay because the messages that I've received, no, I'm not okay. Um, friend, 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 friend. Like that word, friend, 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 friend. Is where I'm at with it. Friend, friend, friend. Friend, friend, friend. That is all I'm thinking about in this moment. Friend, friend, friend. That's all I'm actually thinking about. Friend, friend, friend. Friend, friend, friend. Friend, friend, friend. Because that's what's being used right now. Friend, friend, friend. And I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking about that friend word. And then I'm thinking about the time. The word friend. And then I'm thinking about time. Like time and friend. Time is the second word now. Friend was the first one. Friend, time. Those two words right now. Friend and time. Friend and time. Friend and time. Friend and time. And see, we use this word friend and we forget the time. We use the word friend while forgetting the time. Friend and time would go together. Friend and time would go together. But friend and forgetting time, hmm. Friend and time. So now we're in a different time. Now we're in a different time. Does that erase all of the earlier times where friend and time was convenient? Does that erase that? Does that erase that? Friend and time supposed to go together. But a moment in time can erase, air quote, the friend. So if a moment in time can erase the friend, then was it ever a moment of being a friend? Was it ever a moment of being a friend? Because the many times that y'all have seen Manny in times. Do those other times not equate to being a friend? Or only in this moment where we both may wanted something, I'm not a friend. You not a friend. How quickly the time is erased. How quickly. And so now, air quote, my friend, my friend, air quote, my friend. Now, was a friendship set up one sided to where you only get what you want out of the friendship? Or is a friendship two sided? And we try to meet in the middle. And so I find myself at this moment now where many have sent me the messages of whom I should disrespect. That is the thing. Friend time and now disrespect. Now it is whom I should disrespect. And I must say, y'all felt both sides. Depending on whom you were to send the message, you feel as if somebody should be disrespected. That's the main thing, is at this point, somebody should be disrespected. And now I'm at a point where, am I to be Manny or am I to be you all? That is where I'm at now, because you all feel as if, you know, friend, time, and disrespect now, it should just be willy nilly. It should just be willy nilly to where now you all have given me people to disrespect now. Never my intentions, but however, we're here. Never my intentions though, but we're here. As if I want to wake up willingly, just get on the line and go to disrespecting people. And on top of it, guess what, y'all? It was black women they wanted me to disrespect. Did I make that clear? It was black women. It is black women they want me to disrespect. At this point, I can say equally, I'm assuming. And I'm just trying to figure out, haven't I shown you all enough? Haven't I shown you all enough of how I try to respect you all? No matter how tough it gets. But there have been moments where I have snapped back and no, I'm not perfect. But to be in this moment where I'm having to think about a friend, I'm having to think about time, and then I'm having to think about the messages you all are sending me about whom I should now disrespect. It's just cray cray. It's cray cray. I'm just trying to figure out from y'all. If y'all have seen me be disrespected by others and I have not cared, why would in this moment y'all would think that my intentions is to disrespect others? Now, granted, some people I am able to catch, depending. Yeah, bomb. But overall, y'all have witnessed me be disrespected. So why would y'all me be disrespected? So why would y'all think in this moment it would be no different? It would be no different. It would be no different. And if you all feel, along with Drop Queen, that I have never been appreciative to a gift, I never will be appreciative to a gift, then I have to leave y'all with that notion. Because in a moment where I, and air quote, my friend are disagreeing, bigger than a gift, because we both are wanting something in this moment. If we are having a misunderstanding, then how is the after effects as if I'm not appreciative to any gift she gives? Again, time. Time erases, apparently, you all knowing that I am thankful. I do thank you all. So yes, Drop can feel the way she feel. But that is for me and Drop to work. But for everybody else to feel as if I have not been appreciative of gifts, and in this moment, it's not even about a gift because everybody got different angles. So again, y'all, if y'all are to call me a friend and I am to call you all a friend, y'all must realize that I accept a lot from y'all. I'm talking about a lot to be talking about a friend. And I spend a lot of time with you all talking about a friend. And we share mutual disrespect when there's a moment of disrespect. So I just wanted to make it clear. If you talking and looking at me as a friend, then trust and believe it's not going to always be pretty. I'm just putting it out there so that nobody get it misconstrued. Nobody get it misconstrued. If you are looking at me as a friend, it's going to be sticky because I'm not going to agree with everything and you're not going to agree with everything. But if there is no understanding, then you might as well cancel it. Cancel it. Cancel it. Because my friends don't forget in just moments. My friends don't forget because we being disrespectful. Because I didn't forget. As I always tell y'all, I am never going to take away the support that you all give. I never take away that. But remember, if you forget, then trust and believe. You can't expect me to remember. So I'm going to say it again. I am not going to get in y'all stuff, and I don't want y'all to get in my stuff. I get it's going to be sticky and all of those things. My intentions is not to disrespect. That is not my intentions. I wish everybody major success and all of the beautiful things. But I just want to address this so that y'all didn't have to send me no messages about who to disrespect. It's not going to happen like that. It's not going to happen like that. More of the story. I don't need to be told who to disrespect. It's not going to happen like that. And also that I'm very appreciative to Drop Queen and all of you all. The policy is There is final words from a gift. There are no final words from cash. Everything else is there besides the boxes. Like everything else is there. The opposite. What opposite? What opposite? There are no final words. I mean, did you get final words on what opposite? There are no final words. I mean, did you get final words on gifts? Yeah, there are no final words from cash. That's true. There are no final words from cash. Yes, that is true. There are no final words from cash. That's true. There are no final words from cash. Yes, that is true. There are no final words from cash. Yeah, if you send cause if you send me the number over 25, there are no final words. What are you saying? Huh? If you send over 25, there are no final words for cash. Yeah, if it's 30, there's no final words. Yes. But as a gift, the gift is supposed to be a diamond gun. However, if you send something outside of a diamond gun, but that's over a diamond gun, you have to make us aware. Either way, you got to make us aware. But all of that is understood, y'all. All of that is understood. I just basically came to tell y'all that friend, time, and disrespect. That is what I came. I just basically came to tell y'all that friend, time, and disrespect. That is what I came. Friend, time, and disrespect. I will not be disrespecting nobody, y'all. Time shown, y'all. And friend, if it's gonna be a y'all, friend, you must understand it's not gonna always be pretty. Go ahead, Asia.
So when I said the policy, what
And friend, if it's gonna be a friend, you must understand it's not gonna always be pretty. Go ahead.
so when I said the policy, what I was talking about is, did you determine if somebody sends a gift that's higher than the $30, which is the final, the same equivalent? Because remember, we looked at the gifts and we said you'd have to send something a little bit more than this because when it equals out, it's not going to equal to that. So this is the appropriate gift to send, right?
Yes, that's why
Oh,
it's the diamond gun because the diamond gun equates to $25.
it's not going to equal to that. So this is the appropriate.
That's why it's the diamond gun because the diamond gun equates to $25, which is the original drop with words. You get me? So that's why
Right,
originally the gifts have final words because once you break down the diamond gun equates to $25 words. You get me? So that's why
right.
originally the gifts have final words because once you break down the diamond gun, it's $25, which gives you final words.
Right. So with that same idea in mind, if somebody doesn't want to send cash apps, they want to send it on the app. What I said when I said the policy, I thought we were going to examine maybe if a higher gift could be possibly a gift for no final words through a gift.
Yeah, we hadn't come to that, and I had already said no earlier. Because we would have to
Words through a gift.
already said no earlier. Figure the number, but I had already said
The
no
reason I say
earlier.
that is because listen, let's say you're arguing with somebody that I want to drop. You're basically telling me inadvertently, whether you realize it or not, just because listen, let's say you're arguing with somebody that you're basically telling me inadvertently, whether you realize it or not, just give you $30, even if I have 300 to spend. And I don't think that's the message we want to give out.
You can send.
Certainly, whether you realize it or not, just give spend. And I don't think that's the message we want to give out.
higher. The thing is, you have to make us aware. That's the thing. Like a lion coming, you still have to make us aware because naturally you can send higher. The thing is, you have to make us a lion coming. You still have to make us aware because naturally a lion is not to drop. So even if you send a lion, we're either hoop lion because a lion came. We're trying to figure out what's the purpose of the lion outside of it just being a gift and we saying thank you. You get me? The lion had meaning. The lion had meaning in this case. Yeah, a lion had
It is
meaning in this
$50 to
case.
buy his shell, but when he cashes it out, he doesn't get $50. That's why we redetermined the gift to come up with it that way for that reason.
Just y'all, like again, had my friend, and myself, just y'all, like again, had my friend, had we both processed it, it could have come out better. However, I'm supposed to read her mind just like my friend and myself. We both processed it. It could have come out better. I'm supposed to read her mind just like I expect her to read my mind. That's where we at. I'm supposed to read her mind just like that's where we at. That is what time does when you're friends. See, time allows us to really understand. That is what time does when you're friends. See, time each other. Yeah, she said it. I didn't negate. She just, yeah, she said it. I didn't negate. She didn't say she said it. The thing is, she said that I paid attention to her saying it. I didn't negate that she didn't spam the comments because hell, I didn't see it until I saw it. So I'm not negating that she spammed the comments. And hell, I don't even know if I saw it because I think it was her that came up. So I don't even think I actually saw it. That's what I'm saying. Just hanging. I don't even think I actually saw it. I think I actually saw it. I don't even think I actually saw it. I think it was her coming up because I know I was in the moment. So I don't even think I actually saw, you know, her saying anything. It was her coming up, which caught more of my attention because, as it was stated, when the lion came, I was just sitting there. Her saying anything, it was her coming up, which caught more of my attention because, as it was stated, when the lion came, I was just sitting there.
Yeah, you was in the midst of a conversation. You didn't see her in the in and saying it in the chat. So I let her up to tell. Yeah, you was in the midst of a conversation. You didn't see her in the in so I let her up to tell you. But I didn't drop her because you don't want us dropping people that got paid drops. So I let her up to tell you. You. But I didn't drop her because drops. So I let her up to tell you.
Well, no, that was right to do. That was right to do. So I'm not negating any of that. That was right to do. Yeah,
Up to tell you.
that was right to do. So I'm not negating. Yeah, because again, she did send it for a drop. That was right to do. But I've already explained before that. That was right to do. She got her money's worth. That was right to do. But that don't negate me trying to explain what I was trying to explain. And that's the part where I'm like, I have to come back on here. The case.
Manny,
Yes, go ahead, Paradise.
hi. This is my first time up here, and I've been listening to this all afternoon. This is your live, correct? The live
Yes,
we were on, this is your live. We're at
yes,
your house. You asked for a moment for a is your live. We're at
yes.
your house. You asked for a conversation with a guest. not a friend. I'm not even going to use the friend word. You for a moment, for a conversation with not a friend. I'm not even going to use the friend word. You asked us for a moment to speak with a guest at your house. Her throwing a drop, lion, tiger, whatever, was totally to speak with a guest at your house. Lion, tiger, what disrespectful on her part, because you're in your house and you asked for a moment. So you should not drop nobody when you are having your moment in your house. You know what I mean?
I appreciate
You
that
are not
paradise.
disrespectful. Your house.
Appreciate that
You are not
paradise.
disrespectful. She was totally disrespectful to what you asked all of us. You were essentially set up because you asked. She was totally disrespectful all of us. You were essentially set up for your moment in your house, and she wanted to throw a gift to see if you were going to choose her in the drop or if you were going to keep your moment. And she wanted to throw a gift to see if you were going to choose her or if you were going to keep your moment. That
Thank
would
you
be
for
like me driving to Florida and pulling up in your driveway and say, Manny, I'm here. No matter who's in your house, I'm here now. You pay attention to me. Like the driveway and say, Manny, I'm here. No matter who's in your house, I'm here now. You pay attention to me. It don't work that way. Not in the real world, boo-boo. She was totally disrespectful to you, to your life, to your company that you have in your life, thinking that she's supposed to be, again, above everybody else. A drop was thrown, but you were in your moment having a conversation with your guest in your life. And now she's mad because you didn't jump when she threw that line because you were in your moment. And you because you didn't jump when she threw that line. And you were in the right.
Thank you, paradise.
It irritates the fudge out of me, and I'm in here with you every day. Don't say a whole lot. Well, I do in the comments.
Thank you, paradise.
I'm in here with you every day. Don't say a whole lot. Well, I do in the comments. Like I said, I've not been on a live except for Miss Nitra, so bear with me. Don't say a whole lot. Well, I do in the comments. I've not been on a live except for Miss Nitra. But she totally disrespected you. She disrespected your house. It's your live. If you just want to sit and not say a word or answer anybody during your live, that's your business. Your live. If you just want to sit and not say a word during your live, that's your business. Because she could have left. She didn't have to sit here and listen to Miss Duchess. This whole thing was to see if you were going to drop Miss Duchess right now when she said so. But you had already said you needed a moment. You wanted to hear what Miss Duchess or me or any, but you had already said you wanted to hear what Miss Duchess or anybody else that you may have been talking to had to say. Because you're in your moment in your house. Or me or anybody else that you may have been talking to had to say in your house. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, paradise.
So
I appreciate it.
I don't want you to waste a brain cell in your house.
Yes, paradise.
So
I appreciate it.
don't on someone being so petty is to think that they have the right to tell you who you can talk to in your house. On someone being so petty is to tell you who you can talk to in your when you ask for a moment. That's total lack of respect for you and for your house. when you ask for a moment. That's total lack of respect for your house. So I don't want you to be upset anymore tonight. If that's how she wants to be, then she's showing you how she treats her friends, her strangers. Anybody that anymore tonight, if that's how she wants to be, then she's showing you how she treats strangers. Anybody that would be at her house, anybody that would be in her presence. It's either going to be her way or you're being disrespectful to me. Strangers, anybody in her presence. It's either going to be her way or you're being disrespectful. And life don't work like that. Especially when you asked and told us all you needed a moment.
Thank you, Paradise. Yeah, it was
You're
mutual.
welcome, sweetheart.
It was mutual disrespect. Thank you so much, Paradise. Thank you for your opinion.
Okay, I'll get down now when I figure out how.
Okay, I'll help you, Queen.
You have a wonderful.
You too, Queen. Thank you so much. Love you. Yes, yeah, like I agree with some of the things Paradise said because some of the things I had. You too, Queen. Thank you so much. Love you. Yeah, with some of the things Paradise said because some of the things I had already stated, which was that it was mutual disrespect. I asked for something first, so I'm not gonna go back down that road. You all, I'm not gonna go back down that road. My whole thing is that if we're gonna call each other friends, then we have to truly look at it all because honestly, think about it. If you are my friend and you know that I'm over here on the platform, and this is things I've been screaming from the beginning, how do you navigate being my friend while supporting me on a platform? How do you actually navigate that if you are to the one to call me a friend? Because y'all know I have friends on here, and y'all see how I navigate it, and it's sticky. It's sticky. I mean, y'all, myself included, be trying to pull these people, whatever, however it's, I'm just agreeing to agree in this moment because, honey, y'all do it on your own, but I'm just going to agree just for the fact of the matter. But however, I still have to navigate that while agreeing to agree in this moment because, honey, y'all do the matter. But however, I still have to navigate that while being friends with y'all and friends with others. So again, for me, if you are a friend, you are to understand. But I get it. For me, stand. But I get it.
Hey, Manny.
Sister,
Oh,
Go
sorry.
ahead.
Sorry, Roro.
hey, Sister Queen, how you doing?
I'm doing it.
Uh,
Oh,
Go
sorry.
ahead.
Sorry, Roro.
hey, Sister,
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing phenomenal this evening. Can two things be right at the same time?
Yes.
Okay. Can we say that, number one, the message,
Yes.
say that, the message that was relayed to Dr. Duchess was relayed incorrectly? Number two, can we say that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we got that out of the way. Number two, can we say that?
Yes.
Okay. Number two, can we say that in the moment when the Lion King roared, that most of us was shocked when the Lion King roared, but you were in the midst of trying to make heads out of tails?
Exactly.
Okay. Now, can we also agree trying to make heads out of tails?
Exactly.
Now, can we also agree with two things being right? Dr. Duchess came in here heated.
Yes.
Okay. So we can also, two things being right. Dr. Duchess came,
Yes.
okay. Say that Anybody that knows Dr. Drop Queen comes in, and she comes in like a raging bull. Dr. Drop Queen comes in, and she comes in, she throws, she wants you out.
Yes.
Okay. Can we also say that Dr. Duchess does the same thing?
Yes.
All right. So when both ladies were up there, right? What makes one right and one wrong?
And that's how I got into it, because both, and they have their right to being right. You get me? This is
Okay.
where it got sticky at that part that you're talking about. That's
Okay.
where it got sticky, because in that moment, I'm trying to respect both supporters, regardless of me. This is
Okay.
where it got sticky at that part that you're talking about, because in that moment, I'm trying to the level of support. I'm listening to a supporter, period. The same way if it was any one of you all, I'm listening to a supporter, the level of support. I'm listening to a supporter, period. Oh, I'm listening to a supporter like I've done many times before now. Whether y'all throw a penny gift, or y'all throw a heart me, or y'all have a like I've done many times before now. Whether y'all throw a penny gift or y'all subscription, it all counts the same.
Okay. So with that being said, two things can be right at the same
Subscription, it all counts.
time. So with that being said, two things can be right at the same time. Both women were heated. You were apologizing for agreeing. Drop wanted her down, but you were in the midst of apologizing for something you did after she brought it to your attention.
Exactly.
So once Drop wanted, but at that moment, you wanted your moment to explain what was really going on. But Drop
Yes,
wanted,
because at that moment she made me aware as a supporter where I had messed up at.
right. Okay. So, but at the same time, if you think back to it, Dr. Duchess came in here and she started talking about she was a subscriber.
Yes.
And then if you think back in here and she started talking about she was a subscriber, that's when Dr. Drop let her know I'm a subscriber too, right?
Well, basically, I don't know. Yes.
And then that's when Dr. Drop subscriber too, right?
Well, basically, I don't know if she said subscriber, but I know she was like, basically,
I support
that don't.
just like you support,
Yes,
correct?
that's how I was hearing it. Like
Okay,
she
I
was.
give you support just like you give support, right? So
Yes,
basically, you had two heated women that were on grown women that were on the panel, and at the same time, you had two heated women that were on grown women, and at the same time, they felt like they both were disrespected because number one, a bad bone was taken back.
yes,
Felt like they both were disrespected because number one, a bad bone was taken back.
yes. And I
Okay.
was trying to clear up the first portion that was brought to me, which was this supporter. And then in the midst of that, I'm hit with the other supporter.
Okay. But you see how two things could be right at the same time?
Yes. And that's why I asked for the moment, because in this moment, I was thinking that everybody's catching on. Well, I can't say everybody, but I'm thinking in my head that my supporters are catching that, oh, this is a supporter. This is a supporter who has a grievance, just like any other supporter. Because I can't show you all how one person is different than another. That always has come back to bite me. It happened several times, and this is no different.
Okay.
Two
Now,
supporters. I'm
okay.
trying to explain one to one while one is trying to get at them.
Okay. But at the end of the day, right? Can you blame the host?
I do blame the host. I do blame myself.
So you blame yourself because of what reason? I want to know why you blame yourself. Because this was
Because I blame myself, because in this aspect, whether when I was trying to make one aware and hoping it was gonna be, hoping the other one, would be okay in return to hoping the other one, turn to maybe whatever. And I was trying to explain to one while putting my foot in my mouth about another one, two maybe whatever. And I was trying to explain the foot in my mouth about another one because I blatantly did agree, like, oh, send the money over there to her.
All
Not even
right.
thinking, just naturally, like, because I fuck with you, so I'm naturally I don't even have to think about hating on you. So I'm like, yeah, send you the money. We help you get some more money. Not even thinking about what I'm actually doing.
Okay.
About hating on you. So I'm like, yeah, more money. Not even thinking about what I'm actually doing.
Okay. So at
Manny,
this
don't
point,
blame.
okay, give me one second,
Sorry.
Miss Chris
Sorry,
Wife. I'm
Roro.
almost finished.
All
So
right.
at this point, right?
I just
You
told
have
y'all I blame myself, y'all. I don't
okay.
know why y'all are down there thinking that I'm blaming somebody else. I'm literally saying I'm blaming myself.
Okay, so Manny, at this point, you have apologized to both women. Yes or no?
Yes.
So, and you're taking responsibility.
But again, make it clear. I apologize to both. Yes.
So, and you're taking responsibility.
But again, make both women, but I did not apologize for the moment when I asked for my moment because that is what got me here. I genuinely wanted to explain and make clarity. I'm not apologizing for that, but I do apologize for offending and disrespecting anybody. So it's two different things, and that has to be clear.
Okay.
So it's two different things, and that.
Okay. Well, I just want to make sure that I was understanding you correctly. I've always known you to be a fair person. I've Okay. To make sure that I was understand be a fair person. I've always known you to, not sway sides regardless to the situation. And I just wanted to make it that, people understood that why you were apologizing. I just wanted to make it understood that you apologized to both women.
Yes.
All
Because
right.
honestly, like everybody would know from time, I am more drop queen side. And it naturally came out without even me thinking. So when she called it out, I had to respect it because I naturally did that without even thinking. It was only till she pulled my coat and I'm like, oh damn, I might probably is sounding, something.
Okay, so you came back to discuss what happened. You're getting it off your chest. You've apologized. So how do you move forward with your platform so this doesn't occur again?
Keep reminding people my true intentions is not to get in between y'all stuff. And also, I am not in this to just blatantly disrespect people. I am appreciative to everything that y'all give me. But I do not want to just blatantly disrespect y'all, even if I'm met in disrespect or anything. That's not my true intentions.
All right. Well, Manny, I just wanted to come up to get those questions answered, and I want to tell you honestly, I appreciate you actually taking accountability for what happened on your platform because most do not take accountability for shit. You have a great evening, okay?
Thank you, Roro.
You're welcome.
Hey, Manny. I'm sorry to see you like this, sis, but I don't come up here a lot at all, and I wanted to say to you, you gotta check the history or the pedigree of people, is what I was told by my grandmother. So you need to don't beat yourself up right now.
I'm not beating myself up. I'm just acknowledging what happened.
I know,
I'm
but
not beating myself up.
I
I
can
mean,
hear
it's
it
a
in
side
your
fact.
voice.
When because it's sincere. Like that's why it's in my voice because it's sincere. Because again, I try to be transparent with all the supporters. I honestly do. I honestly do, and I'm very appreciative to what y'all do. I honestly am, but I don't want y'all to make me feel as if I got to disrespect either supporter when they're telling me they both support me.
Exactly. I understand what you're saying. I just don't. I just was checking on your mental health. Sorry.
Thank you,
because
Chris.
I
No,
really
I'm
like
good.
you.
No, I'm
I can
good,
hear it
Chris.
in your voice.
I'm good, Chris. It's just that I just have to like they said earlier, be accountable and also make it clear as to friend time and disrespect. Like I just I'm I just have to like they said earlier, be clear as to friend time and disrespect. Like I just I'm not rocking with that. If you are a friend, it's not gonna be easy. Time, time is what it is. Disrespect, I'm not going to be disrespectful to y'all. Yes, there are going to be moments which go back to that friend. If you are a friend, respect, I'm not going to be disrespectful. Go back to that friend. If you are a friend, you got to understand just like I got to understand you.
Exactly. So I'm a drop sister. I'm a comic cousin, so I support you.
Thank you. Because understand, y'all, if y'all get me to disrespect one, like many have before now, because it's not the first time. This is not the first time that y'all have wanted me to disrespect somebody, anybody. And I keep telling y'all, only thing that does is open a can of what don't nobody want. You disrespect one, you disrespect the next one, you disrespect this one, you disrespect that one. And that's you disrespect one, you disrespect the next one, you disrespect this one, you disrespect that one. And that's honestly not my true intentions. And definitely, and that's not at these age gaps that, everybody's willing to do. Like, we done talked about religion in here. We done talked about and definitely not at these age to do. Like, we done talked about religion in here. We done talked about a lot of things. I speak open and free with women of a mature a lot of things. I speak open and free age who speak open and free with me. If they don't, I would never give them the open free how I speak with the mature women that allow me to, because we have that age who speak open and free with. I would never give them the open free how I speak with the mature women back and forth. Outside of that, I would never put that on another mature person that allow me to, because we have that back and forth. Outside of that, out person. That is why I speak to whom you see me speak to when I do. That is why I speak to whom you see me. Outside of that, y'all have never seen me be disrespectful of anybody older than me. Seen me be disrespectful of anybody older than me. Unless that's what we do. Go ahead, Poolsy. Anybody older than me. What we do.
Hey Manny, um, you know, I first took my L. Hey Manny, I first took my L when I felt like you were being disrespected, right? And since that day, and you letting me come back and making me understand that you know how to, I want to say your words was, Pooh, that I know how to meet disrespect with this day, and you letting me come back and I want to say your words was, Pooh, that respect comes to me at. And if you didn't say that, it sounded like something you would have said. And you have been doing an amazing that comes to me at. And if you didn't say that, it sounded like something you would have said. Doing an amazing job, and it's fun being showing of an amazing, and it's a moderator when I get to literally sit back and learn how to just um watch what people think is cool. And they've really been trying to push you real hard to disrespect women. Like that's been they biggest thing. And to see this is how they starting off this year is wild to me. to disrespect women. Like that's been they biggest thing in the season. This year is wild to me. It's bananas. But I know you're gonna continue to do your thing. And this year is wild to me. But I know you're gonna continue to do your thing. At the end of the day, you know, everything got a season or a reason. But keep being the strong ass motherfucking man that you are. Cause you take a fucking lot, Manny. You take a fuck. Keep being the strong ass motherfucking man that you are. Cause you take a fucking lot. And those of you who he call his friend, y'all motherfuckers wild as hell if y'all can't respect that. But that's all I wanted to say, Manny. You take a lot.
Thank you, COVID. Like again, y'all, I respect you all.
You take a lot.
Like again, y'all, I respect you all. Many people have come to me about you all. Y'all done been here, y'all done heard it, y'all done heard them say Manny this, y'all done read the comments, everything. Go ahead, Asia.
Thank you, Manny. So I have a question first. My question is, what makes you say you felt like you would have had to disrespect Duchess by her being dropped if that's a part of the game that she's a willing participant in playing? If she came up with her sniper title for that game.
That is not what I said. I respect the drop. If y'all
What did you feel like was
if
being?
y'all actually think about it, I never per se got to really speak to Dr. Duchess per se. Because again, I was taking in all of her concerns, majority of the conversation. Say got to really because again, I was taking in all of her concerns. If I remember it correctly, I was taking in her concerns majority. That's how I remember it. I was taking in her concerns. If I remember it correctly, I was taking in her concerns majority. That's how I majority of the conversation. If there was a conversation. So no, I don't feel the disrespect from the drop. No. No. I respect the drop. I had asked for a moment, feel the dis no. I had asked for a moment thinking, there was not going to be a drop because of, again, she was addressing me as a supporter in the moment. So no, I didn't feel disrespected. I was trying to navigate the moment. To me as a supporter in the moment. So no, I didn't feel disrespected. I was trying to.
You mentioned something about you feeling like someone was trying to get you to disrespect your other supporter. So I'm asking you,
Oh,
what?
that's the messages. So I've been receiving messages since I got off, and so majority was either disrespect one of the.
You,
Oh,
what?
that's the messages. So I got off, and so majority ladies for something. And I said earlier, and this came from black women. These for something. And I said earlier, and so they
Okay,
feel
so if you
like
get a cash app and it's a disrespectful message, you are not going to oblige and read those messages. Is that what you're saying?
so they
Okay, so
feeling
if you
like
get a message, you are not going to oblige.
well, actually, beforehand, I've always switched up disrespectful messages. If y'all wouldn't know, but for those, well, actually, beforehand, I've always switched. Well, y'all wouldn't know, but for those who send them, if they're in here, they can tell you I always switch up their disrespectful messages and don't read them truthfully how it actually comes to the CA. I still read it, but I don't read it with the disrespect.
So I may have heard you wrong, but I heard you say something that made me think that you felt like someone was trying to get you to disrespect someone. So I'm trying to understand
Was
Yes,
that
I'm
related to
saying from
drop or
the
no?
it's related to them both, not meaning that Drop or Duchess sent me anything. No, meaning the audience wants me to either disrespect Drop for her actions or disrespect this Miss Duchess for her actions. What I'm bringing now after the fact. It's me to either disrespect Drop for her, Miss Duchess for her actions. Is what I'm bringing. Neither one of those ladies reached out and said anything. Now after the fact. Neither one of those ladies reached out and said anything. This is the people who felt as if I should speak up to either lady. And I'm like, this, who felt as if I should speak up to either. That's not my intentions, because in that moment, I was trying to clarify something to one of the supporters. Are you
Okay,
understanding what
so
I'm the supporters saying? Or is this
not really, but I'm gonna walk through the point with you. So, did you and Drop have an agreement that you weren't gonna get in her battle? Like sort of how like Queen Jules, I think, has asked you not to get in the middle of things. In this particular agreement, that you weren't going to get in her battle. Queen Jules, I think, has asked you not to get in the middle of things. In this particular instance, did you guys have that agreement, or is that an assumption after the fact?
no? I've always said that message.
Did you guys have that agreement, or is that an assumption after?
No, I've always said that message. I wasn't gonna get in y'all stuff.
Okay. So, with that in mind, if per se, Dr.
No, I've always said that message. I wasn't gonna get in y'all stuff.
So, with that in mind, if per se Dr. Duchess is, let's say, mafia, and Diamond came here to speak on behalf of Dr. Duchess is, let's say, mafia, to speak on behalf of Dr. Duchess. And let's say if Drop Queen is Newsroom, and because this is your platform, your panel, if Drop, what happens if Drop felt like the disrespect that you were receiving from your supporter was at the hands of her because she's in a current beef with the person who's disrespecting you on your platform in your live?
I mean, I can't change. If any of the supporters, including Drop, felt like I am being disrespected because y'all have witnessed me. I mean, I can't change. If any of the supporters, including Drop, being disrespected because y'all have witnessed me be disrespected. So if y'all felt like I was disrespected by anybody, y'all have seen me in that position be disrespected. So if y'all felt like I was disrespected by anybody, y'all before. And honestly, I try to listen to the concerns. So I'm not gonna take away y'all's feeling of feeling like, oh, Manny, in this moment, just like the messages that I received. They're saying, Manny, from today's display, I feel like you should be checking this one and checking that one. Of feeling like, oh, Manny, in this moment, just like the messages that I received. Today's display, I feel like you should be checking this one and checking that one. When y'all have seen me try to navigate these moments to where I tell y'all, like, okay, checking this one and checking that one. When y'all have seen me try to navigate these moments, it may be disrespectful to you, but I'm trying to take in the concerns because I allow y'all to speak freely, all those things. So I take in all of that.
And I get that. And I think where I'm struggling to understand.
Freely, all those things.
And I get that. And I think where I'm struggling to understand how we even got to this point is two major points. First of all, Drop Queen being who she is, just in general. If that's the part that's the biggest red flag about this whole thing for me. Drop story, how, like the whole, if that's the part that's the whole thing about Drop it's like, to me, that's what's making me not understand this moment today, how you two end up in this situation with Drop being who she is. Her expectations are kind of like what she expects, I feel like has been clear. And I feel like it's bigger than just a clash of emotions. I feel like either there's something going on that what she expects, I feel like has been clear. And I feel like it's bigger than just a clash. I feel like either there's something going on that I can't see, but to
Well,
me,
you just said it. You said Drop Queen's things are clear.
I feel like either there's something going on, but to me,
You just said it. You said Drop Queen's, but you're forgetting that in that same breath, I've made it clear. So yes, we both are clear. I repeated it earlier and said I asked for a moment, made it clear. We both were clear. I'm not taking that away. We both were clear. I asked for clarity before her because, again, an issue was brought to me while they were in their issue. See, while they were in their issue, Dr. Duchess presented to me an issue was brought to me while they were in their issue, Dr. Duchess presented to me what I was literally over here actually doing.
yes, but Manny, in that moment, because she was disrespecting you,
Dr. Duchess presented to me what I was literally over here.
Yes, but Manny, in that moment, because she was disrespecting you, you apologized for things that, again, you didn't really do. Like, I understand it, and
I did, Asia.
hear
That's
me
the
out.
disconnect. I actually did do those things. Now, granted, the timeline, Asia, I respect the timeline, but at the timeline where she picks it up at, I disconnect. I actually did do Asia. I respect the timeline, but at the timeline where she did, and I was actively supporting Drug Queen, even when Roro came up and said the two options, I still was picks it up at. I did, and I was at Roro came up and said the two options. I still was on the side of supporting Drop, ensuring that Drop, is there, and two options. I still was the side of supporting Drop, ensuring that Drop, Drop, like honestly, I can't take that away. Like that is true. Is there, ensuring that Drop, like Dre, like that is true. So when she presented it to me and was like, well, Manny, I'm true. Me and was like, well, Manny, I'm a supporter too. She woke me up that in that moment, if anything, I should have been like 50-50. But as
But
time
that's what
went
I'm saying,
on,
Manny. Even,
but as time
can you
went
just hear me
on,
out? Because I want you to
Asia,
understand what I'm saying.
50-50. But
Uh, even,
but as time went,
because the misunderstandings is how we get to points of confusion. She literally went somewhere else after having a conversation with you with with the understanding that she had when she came here, because it was not clarified for her. That's why she went somewhere else and said, Manny said this. Someone else tried to gaslight me. No, Manny already told me. Where is Manny? Because in
but
her,
yeah, Asia, I didn't never finish over here with her. If you remember, I didn't even. I only thing I was able to do over here was actually apologize.
Manny, because in
But
her,
yeah, Asia, I didn't never finish over here with her. Even I only thing I was able to do over here was actually apologize and admit to what her opening statements were. That was about it.
right, and that's my point. Because she came
To do over here was actually apologize. Opening statements were. That was about it.
my point. Because she came over here with the energy that she came over here with, she was saying something and you were admitting to things that maybe you, in hindsight, you can be honest with yourself and say, yes, I do side with Drop on the inside. But outwardly, what actually happened today in live and what we saw was not that.
But
Someone
that
else
is
brought
true
that
too.
to you
So now,
after the fact.
Asia, now that is true as well, because again, like I always say, yes, Drop's comments are gonna stand out. Yes, Queen Jewel's comments are gonna stand out. Yes, yours. Yes, Sweets. Yes, Poosie's. Yes, I'm her, because I know you all more than the average person.
So that's why the first
So
2 years.
all of your comments are gonna stand out. So in this aspect, well, I don't know if you know, but just in general, I had been commenting, I think, to drop. I know I was commenting to Queen Jules. So that was a part of the show as well. That was also taking energies up. Of the show as well. That was up. No, that was not clear. Because
Okay,
again, I respect the drop. I was just telling drop in that moment, like, no, I respect the drop. I was just telling drop in that moment, like, let me have my moment. But I
right,
get
but
if she did not. But also, that's where my frustration came in.
right, but I understand and I get it, right? But just
Have my moment. But I
right,
get
but
if she did not. But in.
right, but I understand and I get it, right? But just thinking, just trying to take it from everybody's perspective. And I have no bias. I have no, like, I'm a common cousin. I see it from all platforms. You- In the history of dropping, right? No moment has surpassed a drop. So for in drop head, she don't think that your moment means more than get her down because she's a pioneer of the drops. She started it. So in drops head, she thinking the money ways. Like she's playing money with money. So she's not thinking, oh well, Manny want a moment, so let me not pay the money. Let's the game stop. She thinking the game is about to start. And
And
she's
that's
a
true. And that's true, just Shell. But you have to realize before that started, I asked for the moment. So that is true, just Shell.
right.
But
But
before
what
that
I'm trying to
started,
get, I get
I
what you're
asked
saying,
for a
Manny.
moment. So
But
in
when
respect, hold on, just Shell. So in respect, this is where we go back to friend. I asked for a moment. That's why I say I'm apologizing, but not for me asking for my moment. I'm not apologizing for because my moment was clearing up to Dr. Duchess of her bringing to me as a supporter where I messed up at. So that's why
right.
I can't apologize because I'm obligated to answer her as a supporter. So I can't apologize for that.
Okay, so this is what I just want from the history of drops, right? Because it's your live, you can do it how you want to. This your room, this your platform. You can change the rules as you go. You have every right to do so. But it just has to be made clear so people know, especially when spending that amount of money. Change the rules as you go. You have every right to make clear so people know, especially because if your moment was to surpass the drop, I've seen where in the kingdom, break him be like, hey, I'm spending that amount of money because if your moment was to surpass the kingdom, break him be like, hey, I'm about to refund him because I really want to have this conversation. I heard Diamond say, man, why'd you drop him? I really want to hear that conversation, but you still got to drop. You got to get down. It's quick, it's fast, and in a hurry. So your sentiment and how you feeling does change the whole trajectory of the original drop. So if that's not clear, then holding that expectation on her is a bit unfair because in the history of 5 years of when Laura started this, it's never happened. That's never
And
happened.
that is why you all got the response that you got when the lion came.
It's never happened. That's
You all got the response that you got when the lion came. Number one, I didn't give no response. Number two, I respected the drop. That is why when everybody's feeling like in that moment that the words I'm not being appreciative of the gifts, that's how that moment came about. That is where I apologize at. Like in that moment that the words, that's how that moment came about. That is where I apologize at. That is where I take accountability on both ends. Because at this
okay.
point, at this point, Dr. Duchess wasn't able to make it clear to her, and then with Drop Queen ended up cussing or whatever the words were to her, disrespecting her basically.
Okay. I definitely understand and I get it and I see your sentiments and I understand drops. But just given the fact, just because I'm an outside looking in, it does look like Dr. Dutch's money work for her and drop money don't work for her. It did kind of look like that. Like everybody money
It
get
did work for her. The difference is I had commentary with her money. It did work. I
right,
just had
but
commentary with her money. That's the
after
difference.
you spend $50, there is no, you know what I'm saying? She spent over. Well, I get it. Okay, I'm getting down. That's sentiments,
Well,
nothing
that's
under
the
there.
human aspect because when y'all say there is no, that's what happened. That's the human aspect because when you say there is none, bring it back to expectation. That's when you're woken up to the human aspect that brings me back here to say I'm appreciative to the gift.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm getting down. Thanks. Thanks for answering my question.
I'm
Thank
getting
you,
down.
Just Shetty.
Thanks. Thanks for answering my question.
I'm
Thank
getting
you,
down.
Just Shetty. Go ahead, I'm her.
Give me a second, Manny. Be patient. I just want to know, like, in this moment, like, you feeling. Give me a second, Manny. Be patient. I just meant like you feeling like you having to come and justify that moment. You know, like I felt like earlier after having an hour long conversation about this, it should have cleared up anything that anybody felt or any anguish. Also, like I do understand as a host, I do understand at times when you have a mass amount of people, especially those who support you, it's hard to decipher at times, especially in the heated moments. So I will say that, I did understand in that moment and it was a lot going on. But overall, though, like, and this is just my humble opinion, and it has nothing to do with just you. I'm grouping everything together. With that individual, it's like nobody wants to take a stand and tell that individual just you. I'm grouping that individual. It's like nobody wants to take a stand when they're wrong. Just because someone is my elder, me telling them they're wrong is not disrespectful and tell that individual when they're wrong. Just because someone is my elder, they're wrong is not disrespectful. Now, how I say it, the impact of my statement, and how I deliver it is very wrong. It's not disrespectful. How I say it, the impact of my statement, and how well important because that is how what really, really would be taken as disrespect. But giving an individual criticism, constructive criticism, should not always turn into an individual who now you feel scorned. And honestly, in my humble opinion, and even though you say, and I respect what you say, I fucking love you, Manny, but you didn't owe no apology. Like you were disrespected. You were disrespected too in that moment. So, and that's the only reason why I felt like, hold the hell on now. What the fuck? Like you were really disrespected, regardless if you want to acknowledge it or not. Hell on now. What the fuck? Respected, regardless if you want to acknowledge it or not. Like I'm not the only person. And
Acknowledge that heard. The thing is I in that moment still had to take in the grievances and I don't remember me getting to a moment where I truly was able to respond beyond me admitting what I done, apologizing, and then getting ready to respond.
and then I just also feel like, and I think this just should be the conversation for individuals and supporters. And I said this all day today, and I'll keep fucking saying it. Stop fucking weaponizing your fucking support. That's not support. It's not genuine. And when people do things like that to me, I don't give a fuck about no fucking support, especially for support. That's not support. It's not genuine. To me, I don't give a fuck. I'm a motherfucker that's not genuine. Go on, boo boo kitty. We don't need corn over here. We ain't taking a motherfucker that's not genuine. Go on, boo boo kitty. Over here. We ain't taking nuggets. We're not doing that. Go on, boo boo kitty. Because if you feel like you have to weaponize it and beat me with it here, We ain't taking nuggets. We're not doing that. You feel like you have to weaponize. That's not even support.
But
That's not
I'm
even.
her. But I'm her. You know, we've been here before, though. We've had this.
Yeah,
Not
been here
even her,
before,
though.
but
But not even
what?
her.
It's
Like,
time. Okay, so let's do something different. Do something different. Nothing is being done different. That's my problem. We've been here before, but nothing is being done different. That's the problem. I digress.
well, I agree with you. I'm her. And honestly, you all.
Nothing is being done different. That's the problem.
Well, I agree with you. I'm her. And honestly, you all. Again, I wanted a moment to clear up. Now I cannot tell you all the things that I would have said now. And honestly, you all, I wanted a moment to tell you all the things that I would have said now like that. But again, in that moment, I was being addressed by a supporter. I wanted to clear that up just like with any other supporter. But however, that was at the same token of something else going on. And I had to eat that and respect that. So I respected as best I could everybody. As best I'm talking of something else going on. And I had to eat that and respect that. So I respected as best I could. But I still wanted to be transparent with the supporter, y'all. We as best I could. But I with the supporter, y'all. Been here before. Y'all have told me how y'all feel about supporting, whether it's in here in other places. Go ahead, Asia baby.
Thank you,
Go ahead, Asia baby.
man. I just want to say people have learned a lesson, Drop Queen specifically, because it was conveniently skipped over the. Thank you, man. I just want to say people have learned a lesson. It was conveniently skipped over the fact that she sent me an entire lion by mistake. She never asked me to send her a reimbursement, how someone else sent somebody a diamond money gun by mistake because they didn't know how to use lion by mistake. She never asked me to send her else sent somebody a diamond money gun by mistake because they didn't know how to use the app and they wanted their money back in full, even though it doesn't equal out in exchange to that. So the lack of paying attention by mistake because they didn't know how to use in full, even though it doesn't. So the lack of paying attention, the lack of actually doing something different does not apply to everybody because Drop Queen had a goal when she sent the second line to me. It was supposed to go to Manny. Different does not apply to everybody because Drop Queen had a goal when she sent Manny, and she still spent, even though that gift is not just a small gift. It cost her about $340 to go ahead and do the second line to me. It was supposed to go to Manny, and she still spent a small gift. It cost her about $340 to go ahead and do what she actually wanted to do, which was send the both of us a lion. So she went and she sent Manny the lion herself and took accountability, which is $40 to go ahead and do, which was send the both of us a lion. So she herself and took accountability, which is change. So I just want to point that out. I don't think that was given enough light or any light at all herself and took accountability, which is change. So I just want to that was given enough light or any light at all to the fact that she sent 3 lions, not 3 hand hearts. She sent 3 lions with the attempt to send given enough light or any light at all. Lions, not 3 lions with the attempt to send 2 to 2 different people. And she rectified it on her own without making
But
anybody else
Asia,
feel bad for it.
but Asia, you know that goes to their.
2 to 2 different people and
But
anybody else
Asia,
feel bad for it.
but Asia, you know that goes to their battle though. Like that just goes to their battle. Granted, I'm appreciative. I know you're appreciative, but that goes to what they was battle though. Like that just goes to their battle. But that goes to what they was spatting about. Technically. So that's on the books for the spat. But that goes to what they was spatting about. That's on the books for the spat.
Well, again, yeah, another reason why I say Drop Queen still holds the title. So, and that's just another way how she does. Even if she accidentally sends you a gift, she don't ask for it back. Sorry. I said what I said and I'm not taking it back.
Well, that would be the truth, girl. Oh my God. I mean, that would be the truth. In the moment she didn't ask for it back. She didn't ask for it back, so that would be the truth. But that is on. Oh my God. I mean, that would be the truth. In the moment she didn't ask for it back. She didn't ask for it back, so that would be the truth. But that is on the books though for their who that brought us here. And y'all have to be honest. I said this the other day, but that is on their who. And y'all have to be honest. I said this the other day for them both not to go down this road. I said that the other day for them. I but I also stated today, since it's still topic, then jump in. Since it's still topic, then jump in. Go ahead, Erica. Welcome in, Dr. Nicole.
Good evening. Can I ask a question? Like seriously, and I'm not being facetious or anything like that. But I just, Manny, I'm not being facetious or anything like that. I just, Manny, I've been around since day one when you first began your platform. I just want to know because when it was all said and done and left, and your feelings were involved into it as it should be, right? But when it was all said and done, it was like, hey, it was kept being emphasized of, I am Manny. I want to remind you, I'm a subscriber and I'm a monthly, supporter and all these other things. I want to ask you, which one is more valuable to you, the loyalty or the monthly support?
Wow, Erica. Wow. They're both loyalty, right? That's how I would look at it.
So Drop Queen has been here since day one. She helped you to build this platform from the first brick, where the first brick of the foundation was actually even laid. She helped you to ground that dirt and start to dig before the first brick was even laid. And if you did choose to send that $500, to me that was a thank you, because there would not be a newsroom if I did not have you, Drop Queen, or whatever. So if somebody who's been here 7 months and been supporting, or 5 months or 4 months, try to put a stipulation of a subscription and all those other things, at that point it's okay to stand in it and say, you know what, I understand how you may feel, and I do appreciate your support, and I hope that you do continue to support me. But I also need you to understand that I still do owe this woman for supporting me and standing. She's been here since day one, and there will not be a newsroom without her. You wouldn't be able to support me without her. So if I did gift her those $500, that's a thank you.
Never got to that moment.
I understand. And that's what I'm saying. That was the selfishness of it all, and that's the entitlement of it all, and Drop didn't deserve that. You didn't deserve that. And then for it to go to another platform was very disingenuous, and it was not okay. And that's the entitlement of it all. That you didn't deserve that. And then for it to go to another platform it was not okay. It's not okay to weaponize somebody's emotions with your wallet, and say, hey, because when you're disingenuous, and it was not okay. It was not okay. It's not okay to weaponize somebody's emotions. Hey, because when you buy down, when they see you to buy down like that, they feel like they can control you with that, and you are. Because when you they feel like they can control you with that, and you are better, bigger and better than that. You have operated in this platform without a dollar and been a-okay and been happy and joyful and providing the with that, and you operated in this platform without a dollar and joyful and providing the entertainment. You didn't even have to, you done got to the point where you don't even have to ask for gift goals to be completed. They are automatically done. You done got to the point and joyful and providing the entertainment. You didn't even have to ask for gift goals to be completed. They are automatically done. You done got to the point where you can be in the middle of doing a whole messy recap, and you can throw on a battle in the middle of it, and the supporters are going to support, and that monthly supporter ain't even around during that time. And you can throw on a battle in the middle of it, and the supporters are going to support, and that ain't even around during that time. The people gonna support regardless. You ain't even gotta ask. So One monkey do not stop no show. I just want to, that's what I want to remind you of. Since
I
people are
appreciate
giving
it.
reminders
I appreciate
or
it.
whatever, you are very valuable. You have built a platform that does not need that type of energy. If you choose to accept it, that is on you because it is your platform. But you have built a platform that has a nice structure of energy. If you choose to accept it, that is on you because it is a platform that has a nice structure, even though it has chaos. That is a part of the fucking show. And I'm gonna leave you with that. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Erica D. Dr. Nicole. Yeah, I've never taken away from anybody. So again, I'm gonna leave y'all with the time. I've never taken away from anybody. I've always given props to all the people. Anybody. So again, I've never taken away from anybody. I've always given props to all. And I appreciate y'all reminding, others in this moment. That is what I spoke about earlier when I said friend, time, people. And I appreciate y'all reminding. That is what I spoke about earlier when I said friend, time. Do we forget? Do we actually forget? Is it one sided? These are things I started off with. These are things I started off with. These are things I These are things I started off with. We've been through this very. These are things I started off with. Very, very much so. We've been through this. Very, very much so. We've been through this. And I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all. And that was a good question, the loyalty or the monthly subscription. Appreciate you all. And that the get the and for me, I would say them both to not disrespect anybody. I would say them both. And for me, I would say anybody. I would say them both to not disrespect anybody. To not disrespect anybody. Because time, if I say time and really equate it to there, then is the platform really open? Because we got to think about that. You know how many people have asked for that particular loyalty? That particular loyalty of it all. You know how many people have asked for that particular loyalty? That in itself would change the platform. That particular loyalty. That in itself. That in itself would change the platform. Do y'all not realize I listen to y'all speak about other friends I have? So just think about what it actually is when it's like loyal. Do y'all not realize I listen to y'all speak about other friends I have? So just think about what I actually listen to y'all as I run a newsroom, being open while y'all speak about other friends I have that are not even in here. Do y'all not think they asked before you all? You're saying one day I'm going to regret that choice. You're saying one day I'm going to regret that. You could possibly be the person out the door depending on who I accept that from. You may be the individual person out the door depending on who I accept that from. And me not even knowing who you know and don't know. You say explain. I don't know who you may have a grievance with. But if I were to say, okay, basically, because y'all have heard my mods ask for the same thing themselves. If I were to say okay to that, I'm sure I would get a slew list of people. I'm sure I would get a slew list. I'm sure I would get a slew list of people. And then it'd be like, well, Manny, of people. Slew list of people. And then it'll be like, well, Manny, I'm loyal to you. Well, y'all do rock with you like that, so she gone. Or I'm loyal with you and I rock with you like that. Well, that person gone. And then,
No, honestly, like what issues I have with some. No, honestly, like what issues I have with someone has nothing to do with your platform. So even if I don't like somebody, they're probably blocked from my personal page. One, it has nothing to do with your platform. So even if I block from my personal page, but I just don't come in here blocking people, muting people, and abusing a privilege that was afforded to me, in my favorite content, in my favorite creators live. So at times, and abusing a privilege, in my favorite content, in my favorite creators, like I just feel like with certain shit, like y'all say loyalty and things like that, like, and times, like, I just feel like with certain shit, like, tea and things like that, like, time longer than rope. That's an old saying my dad used to say, like, time longer than rope. You
and
know
the
what I
reason I
mean?
say time I'm her is because y'all have spent the longest time with me to understand what.
Than rope. You
And
know
the
what I
reason I
mean?
say time I'm her is because y'all have spent the longest what I'm wanting to do and how I'm wanting to do it.
But at that rate, Manny, at that rate, with knowing but then I have to push back on you, and I love you, but at that rate, and knowing the personalities of the people you surround yourself with, at times you have to communicate, be communicative, and honestly, in that moment, you are not as communicative yourself with. At times, you have to communicate, moment you were not as communicative as you thought you was. The lion came, you said what you said. Drop was already let up. Moment you were not as communicative. The lion came, you said what you said there on the panel.
I respect.
Yeah. Drop was already let up there on the panel.
I respect that. I respect.
Yeah, but it's good business. But again, like Manny says, it's a hard stretch. Yeah, but then, like Manny says, it's a hard stretch at times when you've established relationships and bond with people, regardless of how we say it. You know what I mean? We come here every day for Manny. Whether you say you like him, got a bond with him, we come here every day for that. So if a person's been coming here every day, regardless if they're Angus with you and y'all spats and like him, got a bond with him, we come here every day for that. So coming here every day, regardless if they're Angus with you and y'all spats and y'all beefs and y'all do have it. Y'all do have it. You know what I mean? So that, and it's still able to Angus with you and y'all spats and y'all beefs and y'all do have it. Y'all do have it. Still able to fall out and recover. So sometimes, regardless of what we think, those are the lasting friendships that are able to fall out and recover. We think those are the lasting friendships that are able to fall out and recover. And I don't know, Manny. So when you say loyalty and friend, like and loyalty and friend, like, you know, we gotta remember, some shit ain't about friendship. It ain't about being friend. It's about business. So we gotta remember that and be mindful of that. And that's why great friendships fail, because y'all mix business with pleasure, and now here we are.
I just want to say
Mix business with pleasure, and now here we are.
all of my actual friends, and I know what they want to do in life. I respect it. I don't get in the way of it. Like I always told y'all in the beginnings, and I know what they want to do in life. I respect it. Like I always told y'all in the beginning, I add to people. I don't take away. I add. I do not take away.
Hey, I just wanted to say this real quick. Are y'all really, really going deep and dive like this is some motherfucking like life changing event over gifts and money again? Like this
Ain't
is
nobody, Manny wanted to come back and talk about this. This was over for
no,
me.
that's not what I'm getting at. I'm just making my statement, just like you. What I'm getting at is this.
Wanted to come back and talk about this. This
I'm just making my statement, just like you. What I'm getting at is this. At the end of the day, this spot, everybody know Drop is gonna have her little hissy fit. She gonna be in her emotions, but she always gonna be over here. Manny's gonna take her side, right or wrong, because that's how they rock. I feel like it's bigger than she gonna be in her emotions, but she always gonna be side, right or wrong, because that's how they what it is. If anything, she is like the Dr. Duchess over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying I feel like people put in a lot more to it than what it needs to be. You know, that's all I'm just saying. And it's really up to Manny about it, but I don't think that it needs to be spread this thin. She gonna have a little fit and probably 2-3 days and stuff like always. She gonna come back over here and cause trouble and and be drop queen. I guess it's just I've seen it plenty. I guess it's just I've seen it plenty of times, and it's just recycled just with different people. Of course, Dr. Duchess, she don't do nothing different from a times, and it's just recycled just with different people. Of course, nothing different from a lot of people over the years over on this side. You know what I'm saying? And quiet as it's kept, Drop did that same energy over in Diamond's platform. But at the end of the day, focusing on here, I just feel like it's not that, deep, not that really deep that it needs to be. Like, Drop be having her hissy ass face. She be emotional at times. She may go to another platform for, not that really deep that it needs hissy ass face. She be emotional at times. She may go to another platform for, a day or two. And that's about it. She gonna come back. And Manny gonna, ride with her and whatnot. They gonna be having they like brother and sister. That's the energy that it gets and gives. I feel like, yeah, this was miscommunication, but it's something that they can handle off the app or whatever. It's just a little hurt feelings right now. That's all. That's all I wanted to say.
But Nikki, I don't really feel like the issue was really true, even though it ended up
Hold on,
ultimately.
her. So you giving Duchess? I'm not giving nobody a pass. The thing is, I'm not in the position to give anybody a pass. Y'all are all grown and y'all all free agents on here. I don't work the way with my platform the way that everybody does, nor do I pass. Y'all are all grown and y'all all I don't work the way with my platform the way that everybody does, nor do I compare. I'm just saying for what I see about between Manny and Drop Queen. Fuck Dr. Duchess. Who cares about her? She gonna do what she gonna do, spit at her phone, do whatever it is. I'm just saying that between the dynamics between Manny and Drop Queen, they like brother and sister. They gonna have their little hissy fits. And if Dr. Duchess disappear, another version of Dr. Duchess may come the fuck on. Like, I'm just saying, to me and how I see things, a lot of stuff tends to be recycled. And dropping Manny end up being cool again after damn near 3 days. I'm just saying. So I'm just saying, from my perspective, I don't think that is that big of a deal. And he'll be okay just as much as drop ass. That's all I'm saying. From my perspective, I don't think that is that big of a deal. Just as much as drop ass. That's all.
Somebody said heavy on the spit.
Please. That's what I'm saying. Like just that's what I'm saying.
Heavy
Because I
on
feel
the
like
spit. I just feel like I said that though earlier, Nikki. I was like, why do we gotta drag everything? Why does everything gotta
bad, y'all bad.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here, Manny. Bye.
Thank you, Nick.
Gotta drag everything. Why does
Bad, y'all bad.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here, Manny. Bye.
Nikki. Thank y'all. Yeah, y'all. Like, honestly, my biggest thing is I definitely don't want y'all thinking that this is gonna be a moment where I want to disrespect. Honestly, my biggest thing is gonna be a moment where I want to disrespect either of the ladies. I do not want to do that. I'm not going to do that, and I'm appreciative. Go ahead, Asia Baby, then Tansy. Gonna be a moment where I want to do that. Go ahead, Asia Baby, then Tansy.
Tansy can go, Manny.
Manny,
Tansy can go, Manny.
I charged up. I had a lot of money. I was gonna play. Hmm. Is there any way that you can convince the drop queen to actually just battle? What's wrong with battling?
Tansy, I'm sure Drop wants to battle. It's just a location.
So,
I'm sure Drop wants to battle. It's just,
so, where does she want to be? Oh, it's not her. No. Where does she want to be? Oh, it's not her. No, I'm not gonna beat it. I like
so
Manny. I like
so
Diamond.
the Duchess wants it to go to Black Diamond. Drop does not want to put money in Black Diamond's pocket. She's willing to go to Miss Nitra, but Duchess only wants to go to the mafia.
Oh, so there's no other option other than Black Diamond.
They haven't figured that one out.
Oh, so there's no.
They haven't figured that one out.
Well, you're open to it, right?
I'm open to wherever the ladies are trying to take this at. Yes.
So what about your platform? Is that a possibility?
If the ladies are open to it, yes.
So I just need to hold on to my money until they decide on a.
Ladies are open to it, yes.
So until they decide on a location.
That is best, yes.
All right. I guess you can drop my location.
That is best, yes.
Right. I guess you can drop me. I just want to know. I got some big money just waiting to just shoot off. I know no one ever see me play with my money. Right. I guess you can drop me. Money just waiting to just see me play with my money. But I think I want to play at this point. This one sounds really good. I think I might up it. At first, I was going to do between good. I think I might up it. At first, I was going to do between 5 to 700. I think I'm just going to go ahead and go big or go home and do like 1,000. I know everybody else can have their own money. I think I might up it. At first, I was going to do between, just going to go ahead and go big or go. I know everybody else can have their own money, but I think I can only spend 1,000, Manny. And I'm detoxing. So, I can't ask, this has to be my money. I can't play with anybody else's money. This is my money, Manny. I cannot. So, I can't ask this else's money. This is my money, man. I could turn it up to 2,000, but if I did that, I would have to I cannot. I could turn, but if I did that, I would have, I'm gonna relapse. Re, I'm gonna relapse. I'm gonna relapse for another $1,000. That's not my money. I'm gonna relapse for another $1,000. That's
Tansy.
it's just I just wanna, you know how you wanna pop out and show a nigga something? I think we're
Go
all
ahead, Aisha,
charged.
baby.
I wish these sorry I think we're
Go
all
ahead, Aisha,
charged.
baby.
I wish these sorry ass characters stop telling me to leave. They're not gonna get me to leave. I like you, Manny. I'm gonna keep
I
on
like
coming
you
over
too.
here. Leave. Thank you, Manny. I'm gonna keep
I
on
like
coming
you
over
too.
here.
I like
I
you
think
too,
I'm gonna start
Tansy.
subscribing to you.
Oh my God, Lord Jesus, not more shenanigans.
Yep.
Okay.
Keep
I
on
like
coming
you
over
too.
here. Into you.
Oh my God, shenanigans.
Yep.
Okay.
I think I am. The more people tell me to leave, the more I want to do. I don't understand this feeling.
Okay.
Yep. I think I am. The more people tell me to leave, the more feeling. The more people run from me, the greater I feel. Can you the more people help me figure that one out?
Yeah, just 1 second. Go ahead, Aisha.
Okay, I have some genuine questions that I want to ask you. The first question is, okay, I want to ask you. For your true supporters and people who feel that they are loyal to you, what message would you want us to take away from them? For your true supporters and people, what message this instead of what we may just be leaving with?
I appreciate you all. I'm thankful. Appreciate you all. I'm thankful.
Okay, thank you. The other question would be, I'm gonna phrase, okay, thank you. Would be, I'm gonna phrase it like a statement first, but I'm leading up to a question. So the way I saw things happen was everybody was in one space. There were some issues in that space. You created a space. Now we're in this space, and there are multiple issues in this space. So from somebody who's not necessarily, you created a space. Now we're in this space, It's involved, but I feel like I've been here from the beginning to the end. My question to you is involved, but I feel like I've been here. My question to you is, do you think that you could see if it were you on the other end, right? Let's say you were drop queen. Could you understand how when she came up and she was emotional, Is there anything that you would change about that moment?
No.
Okay. So for me, what I learned is if I would want to drop somebody here, I'm totally not convinced that I should send a bigger gift. I'm not sure how we could work around that, or what would change. But right now, based upon the chain of events and what happened, I don't see the incentive to send a bigger gift. And I'm somebody who received a bigger gift, and
There's
like the
not an
emotional
incentive
roller
to send a
coaster.
bigger. So, Asia, there's not an incentive to send a bigger gift because, again, we have to be mindful to the conversations we've had over here. So there's definitely not an incentive to send a bigger gift. No, because we've had so many conversations on this side about support. Anything that you all send is willing. Granted, if you send over the number that's in um the rules, you have to make us aware. So again, with the lion, I have no problem with her making us aware how she done it, any of those things. I'm not taking away her feelings, anything. I messed up. Drop is totally right in her feelings, just like Dr. Duchess.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. That's all my questions.
So yes, y'all. So hopefully that answered everything. I just want y'all to know I'm appreciative. I thank you all. Those ladies were right in their feelings. I, I was the one who messed up the moment. I shouldn't have reacted in such a manner. I should have been able to control myself. And I should be able to meet any of my supporters where they stand. And I should also be able to respect their level of loyalty. I'm not here making anybody do anything, and I never want that to be the notion. So whether your gift is a penny up to $1,000 or even higher, I appreciate you all because I could have been better. Go ahead, Erica.
Shout out to you in the accountability.
Go ahead, Erica.
To you in the accountability. But here comes the messy east side. So, how much does a drop cost over here in the newsroom? Well, blacktop, whatever we are now.
25.
$25. So, is it safe to say that drop just created whatever we are now? $25. So, is it safe to set herself a bank in the newsroom as the morning show has a bank as well?
I did say with the lion.
Morning show has a bank as well.
I did say with the lion, we would have to reevaluate because again, she did shoot over. So I have to see what that equates to and have the number for a lion because a lion is the highest we've gotten at this point.
All right. Fair enough. Thank you for right. Fair enough. Thank you for answering my questions, Manny, and thank you for being receptive and open and listening to all the feedback of all of your supporters, and having a clear understanding that every voice matters as it always has, in the newsroom. And we'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Correct, Erica. I appreciate y'all.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Velvet. Then Mike.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all. Go ahead, Velvet. Then Mike.
Hey Manny. Did I miss something? Why does this exactly have to be a box battle anyway? Why can't they just battle each other? Did I miss something? Why does it box battle anyway? And everybody just pick their sides or support both?
I don't know. But thank you,
Oh, okay.
Velvet. Go ahead, Mike. Ooh.
Hey Manny.
Hey.
I was gonna say this earlier, but I'm just glad that you kind of stand your ground in that.
Ooh.
Hey Manny. I was gonna say this earlier, but everything. Because at the end of the day, you on even though you may not drop somebody right then and there, you still do honor the drop. Thing. Because you may not drop somebody right then and there, you still do honor the drop. Because there's plenty of times where I paid a drop, and it'd be a few minutes, but at the same time, it doesn't matter. You still honored your commitment, and yeah, there are no refunds in the newsroom. Once you make that, push that button, all sales are final, and that's from the mod committee. I'm dropping down.
Thank you, Mike. That's our time, y'all. I just had to come back. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Toodles. Until next time. Y'all be safe. Good night. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Toodles. Until next time. Y'all be safe.